Oh, hey, what's going on, guys? Didn't see you there. So I actually just got finished shooting a little bit, and it was pretty fun, actually. So what I've got here is kind of a little bit special today, and it's not something that's new, but I know that these are not super common. So basically, your G36s, a lot of people will see in like video games and movies and stuff like that, but there's not a lot of people who have these unless you just have disposable income just to like throw at like a gun. So this one is actually an SBR, and it was converted from a G36 parts kit by a guy called Tommy Built. So he does a lot of conversions and like HK specialty stuff, and so this is one of the conversions that he made. So this guy has the G36C configuration, so 10-inch barrel, SBR, folding stock, and it's basically very compact. So it's got the rails, the short rail instead of the tall carry handle with the built-in optic, and so this guy is more for like close quarters, more tactical applications and things like that, instead of like the standard issue like full-length rifles. And so let's kind of go over some of the features with this guy. The first thing we have is the buttstock. Because this is a piston system and it's all housed in the basically the front half of the gun, then you actually can incorporate a folding stock. So the nice thing about this, because it's folding, now it's significantly shorter, so you can, for transportation purposes, if you're moving in and out of vehicles or close quarter areas, the gun you can still fire and have full function with the buttstock folded. So I think that's a really nice feature. It's very handy, keeps everything compact and low profile. The skeletonized stock just reduces weight, and it looks very cool. You also have a little bit of rubber butt pad there that goes against your shoulder. It's very comfortable. The cheek weld, really nice, and just makes it, I think it just gives it kind of that unique look. So moving in, we have where the top carry handle is, and well, normally it would be a carry handle with an integrated optic. Because this one is the C model, it has the lower profile, just top rail, Picatinny rail, and you can put whatever optics. It's got iron sights built into it, but most of the optics, if mounted low, will co-witness with the iron sights, or if you have something a little bit higher, you can still use it. It might be a little bit of more of like a chin weld than a cheek weld, but that's kind of what you get with the C model being a lower profile. This guy also has 3 rails bolted to the handguard. These are removable, so if you prefer kind of the more sleeker, smoother, futuristic look, you can remove these rails and just have the handguard. Otherwise, the rails are there for you to attach vertical grips, lights, lasers, whatever you want. This one's got the 10-inch barrel, and it's got the short 4-prong flash hider, and then right here is the piston rod. And basically, the nice thing about G36s is they're very modular, so these pins actually just pop right out. So basically that's what's holding on the handguard, and you can switch the handguard sizes and basically like everything about it, like you can change the configuration. So if you wanted a longer barrel, you can swap the barrel out and you put the long handguard on it. You can change the carry handle out with these screws here for the tall one. Basically the stock is pinned in, but this rod, if you remove it, they have a couple different options for buttstocks for the G36 that you can swap out. But it is a very modular platform, and so it kind of gives you a few options there. Moving into here, this is the charging handle area. Right now I've got an empty magazine in, as you can see, and basically the charging handle locks to the rear on the last shot, but your bolt release is pretty much just pulling on the charging handle. So if you were to charge the gun and load it, then you would stick your finger into the carry handle area, pull on the charging handle, and rack it like that, and that would load around. It does lock to the rear on the last shot, but you do have to pull the charging handle to release the bolt and then load the next round. It is ambidextrous, so you can do it on either side, so it just swivels on the left or right side, and it's a very simple operation. There's no bolt release button or anything. You just pull the charging handle to load it or charge it. The other thing is these parts are also modular as well, so if you pop these pins, the mag well comes out. Now the mag well is actually designed, because you can remove it, they actually make adapter mag wells to take different types of magazines. more specifically the AR type magazine, and you would probably want to either use like the GI style ones or the European E style magazines because of the way that the magwells are. The E magazines are designed specifically for European type weapons, so the G36 is a great example of that. This pin allows you to remove the magwell, and then you can use AR magazines with it. Same thing with the fire control group. This pin right here allows you to remove the fire control group so you can change for different settings. So for instance, if you wanted one with burst or like semi-auto only or whatever other options there are, this one in particular has the pictogram. So you have the white, which is safe, then you have single fire, and then you have 5-round burst or full auto, but I don't know why they put like 5 rounds in there, but basically the pictogram is kind of HK's thing, and that this actually selector goes into the 3rd position, but it only fires in semi-automatic because this is an SBR. But that is removable and you can change that out. The trigger is really nice, it's very crisp, it's really light, and you can bounce it, and it's very easy to get on that trigger and move. It's not very heavy, it's not crunchy, there's no like creep or anything, it's a very smooth trigger. And that's pretty much all there is for the gun itself. The magazines are really cool. They're a little bit unique in that, one, they come translucent, so that's kind of nice. You can see if you're getting low on your ammunition. And 2, they have built-in coupler functions. So these little tabs on the side, they actually allow magazines to link together. Normally with like an AR, you would need to get an adapter or something that connects 2 magazines. This actually allows you to connect as many magazines as you'd like. So normally I would say you put 2 of them together, maybe 3. I've seen people do like 10 magazines. I don't really think that's conducive to actual use, but it's a nice function to actually have the ability to click them together and have 2 or 3 magazines attached without. The magazines also do not rock in or anything. You literally just stick it into the magwell, click it in, and you're good to go. So this is a pretty cool opportunity for me to try out a G36. It's kind of one of those like fantasy guns that you don't really often get a chance to play around with, and so I've had a lot of fun with it. It's very smooth. The piston on it, normally I would say if you shoot piston guns, you may experience a slightly different recoil impulse. The G36 is a very soft shooting gun. I have had a chance to shoot G36 machine guns as well, and it is soft enough that you actually don't need to hold the muzzle down. The gun actually shoots flat enough that you could literally just hold it in one hand and pull the trigger, and the gun will just basically recoil back and forth, but it won't rise upward. So a lot of machine guns typically will have upwards movement when you're firing the weapon, and so typically people will try to hold it down to counteract the recoil going up. The G36 is a very, very soft shooting weapon, and so when you're holding it, you can literally just hold it like you would normally shoot a rifle, and it would just stay in the same place. And so it is very, very easy to control. A lot of fun. But that's pretty much all I got for you. This, once again, is made by a guy called Tommy Built. He does a lot of the G36 conversions. I think that's one of the things he's famous for. I'm sure he does other stuff as well, but this is a very, very clean built receiver for it. And so if you're looking for one, that's definitely a way to go. You just buy a G36 kit, contact him, and he'd get it all sorted out for you. I am not sponsored by Tommy Built, by the way. I'm just saying this is how you would do it. But it's a very, very cool piece and great collector item. So that's all I got for you today. Thanks for watching the video. If you like the video, please like and subscribe. If you like G36s, go ahead and let me know what you think about them. If you hate G36s, also go ahead and let me know what you think about them, because you suck, and it is one of those things where G36 is master race and there's no better weapon platform. So yeah, go ahead and leave a comment below. We also have a Facebook page as well as Instagram, and we'll throw up those links as well, so you can drop a line and say hey, and thanks for watching. Catch you next time.